why I believe the original Pokemon trading card game was amazing for its time. Um, I I believe the main reason for me at least was that this game somehow delivered an experience that was more accessible than the original Pokemon game. So the Pokemon original game was about like walking around in this simple world and catching these creatures and going to battle with them. And this Pokemon trading card game borrows most of the same ideas, but it puts this into a card game. And this card game does simplify various things. So I think there are like less Pokemon types, and the mechanics are also much more consistent and more what's the word? I had a really good word that I was I'm thinking about before. Um, Consistent. Maybe the word is more standard. And what I mean by that is the combat system in the original Pokemon is very abstract. So you have your creatures and your opponent's creatures. Like how much hits they can take is represented by this abstract hit points number, and the amount of damage that your creatures do compared to their creatures is also represented by abstract numbers, and how easily these creatures can block damage is also represented by abstract numbers. It is often difficult in the original Pokemon style games to it was very difficult and still is to predict very simple things like how many hits it will take for you to defeat your opponent, and how many hits your opponents will deliver to defeat your Pokemon at any given time. So often each battle was like this unpredictable hope for the best type experience. But to circle back to that first Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy, I really liked how the mechanics kind of went back to like board games. So there were counters and coin flipping, and the mechanics were very easy to understand, and there was 100% transparency in the information I was working with. So if I am attacked by some Pokemon, that the game explains that this is how many counters of damage that my Pokemon take, and if my Pokemon wants to use this specific move, then this requires some number of coin tosses. So I liked the predictability of the Pokemon trading card game, the first digital one on the Game Boy, because information was very transparent, and being able to predict outcomes was a more calming experience for me. Instead of most games having really complex systems, really complex numbers, and very difficult to predict outcomes at any single time. So that's one reason, and the other reason I like the Pokemon trading card game was they simplified those original Pokemon games, so that there are less Pokemon types, and there are less options for you to choose from in the middle of a card battle, and there is just generally less information that we would need to consider, and yeah, and the battles flowed really well. The experience was very streamlined, and I like how it took most or all of the ideas from the original Pokemon game, like being a single adventurer, trying to gather this team of creatures and trying to be the very best. I think, well, at least from my experience, when I was younger, this all fits really well into that sort of card game format. Um, and I guess more reasons why I enjoyed that Pokemon trading card game was also what was also valued experiences that naturally come with these types of card games. So I like how the experience is also very iterative as well. So when I defeat a Pokemon card person, the game rewards you with a small set of cards, and I can review those cards and decide, do I want to add them to my current deck or not. So each duel was very well, or at least fairly exciting, because there is this clear understanding that we are given random and also significant rewards, because we may gain new cards that could optimize or improve our deck of cards at that time. Um, and now that I am think about it, that Pokemon trading card game was probably the very first, like like what's the phrase, like a super advanced card version, or I mean a super advanced card game. So this was before Hearthstone. This was before, um or actually there might be other card games that came out first, but this Pokemon just happened to be the first one that I experienced. And where was my train of thought? Um, okay, I kind of lost my train of thoughts, but what one thing I did want to say was, one other reason why I valued this digital Pokemon trading card game was that when I was very young, I got into the original paper-based card game. So my parents actually bought me my own deck of Pokemon cards, and I vaguely recall that I think it was some starter deck, and they were mainly fighting Pokemon, and those decks, those decks arrive with like a shiny Machamp, and I vaguely remember now that I am talking about this, is that I carried those cards with me to my primary school, so I could show and play with my friends. And I think somebody might have stolen my shiny Machamp. So I don't I don't remember if I felt sad at that time, my mum seemed to believe that someone stole my shiny card because maybe me being the executive functioning challenged child, I probably left my box of cards lying around somewhere, and maybe some older school person swiped that card. So but yeah, but now I'm not too upset about that. Like what happened happened. But why this helped me to enjoy the digital card game for the Game Boy was because even at my young age, I was able to understand that how difficult it was to collect and purchase my own paper or like those original printed Pokemon cards because of their business model. They charge so much for the cards, and my parents would not really buy me many cards beyond the one deck that they got me. Um, so when I stumbled onto this digital card game, I was like, wow, this is awesome. I get to experience like the greater diversity of this game and its cards without having to spend extra money to gather all of the printed cards with how they were done before. So that contributed to my excitement and motivation to play and explore this digital Pokemon trading card game on a Game Boy. And maybe one extra reason why I enjoyed this game was because I was familiar with the Pokemon franchise earlier on. So I was very much liking the Japanese TV series or the anime for Pokemon, and I spent many hours playing the original Pokemon trading card game. So I was very much inside that hype or that craze or that excitement. Um, but yeah, I think I covered the main points of why this trading card game is enjoyable. And interestingly enough, I recently had this itch to revisit this Pokemon trading card game because I couldn't quite find a card game nowadays that provides the similar or same experience. And I tried Yu-Gi-Oh! And that game was exciting at first and was exciting to play for a long time. But I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the game experience keeps reminding me how easily overwhelming I am made to feel. So that Yu-Gi-Oh! Game has very inconsistent rules, very inconsistent experiences, and because one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game mechanics is that your opponent has cards that can react and can activate on my turn, then I have to like concentrate much harder on all of the information in their as I play, and in one single action, I could completely lose the entire duel because somebody activated this unpredictable, unforeseeable and often uncontrollable card effect that might have just demolished me or like just did something that made it very difficult for my Yu-Gi-Oh deck to battle back. So I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I also don't like the idea that Yu-Gi-Oh seems to have this what's the word, expression, or this idea that your monsters or your soldiers are like very disposable. So you can like summon heaps of monsters, or you could summon less, and there are so many cards that can destroy so many monsters, or destroy very specific monsters. And I don't like how there is so much chaos in that Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's very difficult to predict, and some people who build their decks really well, because there are not too many limits on what you can do in one turn. One joke, or like one playful expression that I have said to myself is that, if somebody crafts their or somebody builds their Yu-Gi-Oh deck so well, they could defeat you by summoning that or activating their entire deck in a one turn. So I don't like that experience. And the Pokemon trading card game is more aligned to what I prefer. So that there is much less unpredictability, much less chaos, but there is still some like there is just enough unpredictability to still be engaging for me. So my opponents may play any number of Pokemon cards, and when we both draw our cards, we don't always know what our hands might have. So there is enough unpredictability to be interesting in the Pokemon trading card game, but not so much that I feel very overwhelmed. And relating to that comment I said about Yu-Gi-Oh, where I don't like disposable armies, because my personality type is to be more compassionate, more nurturing, and more protective of the creatures that work for me. So kind of like a parent, or kind of like a leader. And I don't like how war can sometimes be about just throwing people's lives away just to give you a smaller chance to win. So with Pokemon, that there is a much more focus on managing and supporting a small and a much more persistent team. So I like how the Pokemon trading card game rules. What one rule is that you can't really, or I mean there is a limit to how many Pokemon that can be defeated before the other player wins. So for example, in some duels, I can only have six of my Pokemon defeated before I lose that duel. So by design, this game rewards us for protecting our own team members, and trying to keep them alive longer, and to play cards that heal your own team, or to power up your own team. I like that focus much more. So I probably went on a slight tangent about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I was just having like connected thoughts as I was talking about the Pokemon trading card game. So to circle back to this video's original question, I at the moment I am not sure if I have more reasons to share or explain for why I enjoyed. Um, oh, maybe one small thing is that the game's design, I think I think can stand the test of time. Which is one expression to say that the way the Pokemon trading card game was designed, the experience is so tight, so streamlined, and very valued for people like me that that I think this game is still enjoyable even today. And I do have some evidence to improve that because recently I am pirated or I'm downloaded the a Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy, but I'm using a Game Boy emulator to play that game on my computer. And but the difference here is that I did not download the exact same game that I played before. I actually downloaded the sequel, which was never released outside Japan. So just a slight tangent comment is that I believe this kind of like downloading games and not paying money for them. I think this is one of the rare cases where this is not unethical and not illegal because this game was never officially translated, and there was zero chance I could have bought that game outside Japan. So what I downloaded was not just this Japan only game, but apparently some people on the internet did a fan translation of that Japanese game. So when I play it now on my computer, all of the text does read in English. So I wanted to scratch this itch that I haven't had the chance to experience for a very long time, because the original Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy, I only had access to that game when I was visiting my relatives in the United States of America, and my cousin owns that game, and I wasn't living in that country for too long, so there was like this big gap between me stopping playing that game when I was younger to now. And yeah, so to circle back to this video's question again, I played this Pokemon trading card game, and being a sequel, most or all of the game rules of the previous game I played are still the same, but they added much more. Well, from what I read on the internet, they added much more content, and they added some more features, I think, to the game, and made the game slightly more complex with maybe some new cards and like special effects. So I was playing this old Pokemon game I have never played before recently, and I quite enjoyed that experience. This reminded me of the joy that I felt when I played the previous Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy, and much of the music and the game's presentation is the same. And yeah, I like that simple activity in this interactive entertainment where there are just various people in the game that you can that you can duel with the Pokemon cards. And as I defeat these duelists, then the game rewards me with a few or more cards, and then I just iterate on my experience to build a better and more, well, maybe optimized is not the right word, but like build a deck that aligns to what I want to build. So I might have a very specific theme or a very specific intent for how I want my Pokemon deck of cards to behave and play. And this game seems to be flexible with offering different play styles, which are organized into those different Pokemon types. Um, but yeah, I kind of don't want to spend too much more time talking about the Pokemon trading card game for now, so that this video doesn't become too long. But I think I covered all or most of the main points. And what I learned recently from playing this Pokemon trading card game experience again is that this is a very unique and well designed game that I kind of don't see much of at the moment. And which means if this game were to be recreated or remastered or maybe iterated on in this day, this game might be able to compete with lots of existing card games. But yes, but also, to be fair, I could also be wrong with that as well, because I haven't really researched or played too many card games that digital card games that are available today. I think I have never really played Hearthstone. I played a few other indie game indie card games, and they were entertaining at the time, but could not maintain my long term need to, or my long term desire to replay those games. But yeah, long story short, with my um, limited experience with digital card games, my favorite card game at this point in time is likely the Pokemon trading card game. And I have not played the recent Pokemon trading card game, the digital one that I think is online, and people can compete with each other through online multiplayer. I have not played that one either. But what I like about this Game Boy game that I downloaded was that this was built for a rich single player experience. So the game has a small story to it, and this game has plenty of a content, and this Game Boy game does not try to connect with real life, and try to encourage people to buy the actual paper cards, in case that there was some way you could transfer those cards into your digital game. This I like having a more what's the phrase, like a more single player respected experience, and not trying to like, I guess make too much money by connecting itself to all of the Pokemon franchise stuff. So yeah. So I don't think I have much more to say, or if I were to talk longer, I might be going on some massive tangents. So I want to wrap up this video now, but maybe another long story short summary is that I like this Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy because this offers a unique and very satisfying experience that I haven't been able to experience much or any with games I have played today. So I think this game, if this were to be remade in today's age, I think many people might still enjoy that type of game. Partly because it has a very streamlined experience. The game rules seem very easy to follow. The game is very transparent. The information is easier to process, and the game runs on very consistent rules and very or and runs on predictable enough data and outcomes. So I don't feel overwhelmed when playing, or when something unpredictable happens. So yeah, I just wanted to describe why I liked what I consider to be a unique gem of a game that maybe was not as commercially successful as other games. So maybe it doesn't get the attention that many other games do, but I just personally I personally like this digital Pokemon trading card game that was for the Game Boy, and seems to be about this very solid single player experience. Yep. I will finish this video now, and thanks for watching. Before I end this video, this phenomenon happened again, where I stop my audio recording, and suddenly my brain gives me more thoughts or more answers to the question of this video. And my best guess for why this happens is because of my executive functioning challenges. So when I'm speaking and when I'm trying to gather my thoughts and to translate them into words and deliver those words in real time, I think that seems to consume a very huge amount of my short-term memory. So I don't have much room to actually think much more deeply if I'm in the middle of a speaking, or even listening to other people either. But anyway, I won't do a deep dive of my psychology or my brain right now. But one extra reason I forgot to mention why I enjoyed the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy was because the game made me feel very relaxed. I think the atmosphere and theme of the game was very relaxing, and this was reinforced by the music. So I like how the music is very cheerful, very bubbly, and it helped me enjoy being the young child that I was, kind of kind of expressing through music that I have all the time in the world to just relax and play cards and to pick up new cards and just feel excited and be in this world full of color and structure. So um, and I possibly liked the Pokemon trading card game Atmosphere more than the original Pokemon game. So I think I did like the music and the adventuring in the original Pokemon game as well. But this offered something. The Pokemon trading card game offered a similar but more simplified and and possibly more relaxing experience. Um, so I'm not sure if I am describing my thoughts or my reactions to me playing that game like very accurately, but at the moment this is the best way I can describe this right now. So yes, that was all that I wanted to add. I just suddenly remembered after ending my previous audio recording that I really liked the music and the music the game's music helped me to feel more relaxed and more calm, um, which I believe helps me to enjoy the overall game experience more, because with a relaxed mind I can more easily learn. I can more easily absorb like in information, and it just adds to a much better experience. Okay, I probably won't have any more sudden thoughts after ending this video recording. I mean this audio recording. So thanks for watching.